The following Best of Central Florida program is sponsored in part by these fine sponsors.
Welcome to the Best of Central Florida, joined as always by my beautiful co-host, Makaila Nichols. Makaila, how are you?
I'm great, Justin.
We're going on the road. I'm going with you today.
Yeah.
You just bought a house. I recently bought a house. When you buy a house, a lot of things go into that. That's why we're hitting the best home businesses in all of Central Florida. Looking forward to going to visit some great businesses with you today.
Likewise.
And a lot of people getting married right now. There's one place to turn for all of your jewelry. That is Casa Leone. Here's what we'll do. A quick break with Casa Leone as Best of Central Florida continues.
I'm here at Casa Leone Jewelers. Surprise, surprise, my favorite place to hang out. Engagement rings, check. We've been there, done that. Now let's talk about wedding bands. Tell me what's going on with wedding bands.
Yes, wedding bands are super important. They are the piece that completes your wedding
Seals
set.
the deal.
Seals the deal, absolutely. Wedding bands are trending right now as far as not matching. Back in the day, everybody wanted the same matching wedding band as their engagement ring. Not so much anymore. Stacking is very, very in, so not just one wedding band, but two or three. And then also shared prong. Single shared prong is very in style. And then this particular one right here is really taking off. It is a V-shaped with multi different shaped stones in it.
Yeah, it's stunning. My goodness.
Yes.
Wow, that's a sparkler.
It is, absolutely. So we here at Casa Leone, we have a large selection of wedding bands for ladies, and then one of the largest selection of men's wedding bands, believe it or not.
Yeah, we've got to include the men.
Absolutely. We give them one full case.
Right, I love it. I love it. Yes, us women need more cases, but the men, the full case.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's incredible. Well, if you are looking for a wedding band, or maybe you have one and you want to add to that stack of yours, check out my friends at Casa Leone Jewelers today. So when it comes to a home, I like all things pretty, so it's obvious that Makaila's Choice. I'm actually here in a home. I can't wait to talk about it. Makaila's Choice for best home business is Florida Living Quarters. I am joined by the boss babe herself, owner, designer, just extraordinaire, Erica. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. I'm so excited that you were able to get outside the studio and join us here on site at an actual client's home.
Absolutely. I know the clients, the McKenna family. Thank you so much for having us. This is stunning. The moment I walked up to this house, I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, I know you're incredible, but dang, girl, like this is incredible. 3 stories, and you basically did it all, right?
I did the interior, the selection of the finishes, custom furnishings, lighting, and more.
Wow. So you do more than just kind of like the typical interior design. You really do. I mean, from lighting to all that, you're one-stop shop.
That's correct. So once the architect has created the shell, the client comes to me and says, okay, I know that I don't want what's already been done. I don't want what's online. I don't want anything that's been in a magazine, because truthfully, it's at least a year old by the time you're seeing it.
Really? I didn't know that. So
Let me ask this. I don't mean to interrupt you at all, but so for with me, I kind of know conceptually what I want, but when it comes to like the I mean, maybe I don't even know that. I don't know. But how does it work? Because not everyone knows everything about interior design. They just don't know. What do I need to tell you to give you an idea of what I need?
Sure. So the old-fashioned way, traditionally, an interior designer was someone who had a lot of money, had friends, and that's how the first interior designer became about, right? So fast forward to education and training, our job is to bring out the designer version of you. So we know the skill, we know the scale, we know the resources, because they're not in box stores locally. And so we draw that out of you, and you're yang and naying through the process. So the reflection, when your friends and family see the space, they're truly getting a sense of feel of the designer version of who you are.
So like with Makaila, for instance, you would design complicated.
Is that, yes? Oh, thank you. No,
what would I be? What would my interior design be?
It would be just like this home, because I'm so impressed. It's so modern. I mean,
I'm going to be in big trouble for that.
Whatever, it's fine. No, this is about Erica, not you. So, but anyway, Erica, I mean, you really do it all. And you also offer like shopping online, because, you know, since COVID, some people are kind of wary. You do have like a brick and mortar store, which is stunning, and a wine room, by the way, if you like to, you know, have some drinks while you shop. But tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So we've been in business for over 15 years, and out of the COVID period, when furnishings were really hard to get, we added a wine and cigar room out of our retail location in DeBary. So we're right off the Sanford Zoo exit, off of I-4. So we're still able to service clients from South Orlando all the way up to the Volusia County area, so that there's a short drive to our location. The online location is available for those that want unique lighting, but not everything, but a good idea of some of the unique lighting and furnishings that can drop ship to a client's home. So if you just need one piece or two, check out our Florida Living and Lighting website, where you can see some of those fun pieces that you will not find in a regular box store.
So now, when do I come to you? Is it when I've just moved into my new home, or when I'm kind of planning? When is the best time to be like, hey, Erica, I need help now?
Well, I always suggest the sooner the better, because we're going to be able to guide you and tell you what stage to order what, because things are not the way they used to be. So if you've maybe had an experience in the past, the way that we do things today is based on your needs. The average project can take 2 to as much as 6 months today. But we know that those timelines keep getting better and better, but obviously you're only investing in that space once every 10 to 15 years, and then you're done. Yeah. So in the case of the McKennas, who have hired me in the past, we're at that 10-year cycle now.
Yeah, and I mean, they loved you so much. I mean, we've got to spend some time with them today, and they had a home in Sanford, and now we're here in New Smyrna Beach. They've become family to you.
Yes, it's a very personalized touch. We've even had some folks who endured like hurricanes who had to come back and say, I want everything the same way that you had it before. And like, it's been a couple of years, not even a change of fabric for the sofa. No, I want everything. I mean, so much work and mental process goes through that. And especially if you have a partner, or if, in some cases we're upsizing folks or downsizing folks. Sometimes they were 2, now there's 1, right? One may have passed away within the last recent years. So we're very sensitive to that and making sure that they have a really great experience. So in the end, they are family. We don't generally advertise. A lot of our clients are word of mouth and referrals.
You know, we were talking earlier, and you really go above and beyond when it comes to picking, you know, what you put in people's home. You have a fashion week coming up. Tell us a little bit about that, because I'd be remiss if I didn't at least bring it up.
That is so true. So it has been several years since I've attended our fashion week in the furniture world, which is High Point Furniture Market. So fall of 2019 was my last one, because honestly, tens of thousands of people are going into this one city. We're retailers from all around the world, and we get to preview the furnishings that are coming out in the next season, right? So the next 6 months to a year. So it's a way for us to stay engaged and to know what's coming, because by the time it's at a traditional box store, it's already at least 4 or 5 years old. So it's been replicated, copied by foreign countries. So we're trying to push America first always, and we're trying to stay ahead of what's available, so that just like the McKennas, they're having to wait for a collection that's brand new that's coming at the end of the year. So even though we have a 3-story home, 5 balconies, there's just a few hairline pieces that are going to be coming in because of how unique they are.
It's incredible. Well, you are doing just the most incredible work. I feel so blessed to be able to be here, be in the McKenna's home. Keep up the great work. I think we have to hear from the McKennas themselves to see just how much they're enjoying their home. David and Julie, thank you so much for inviting us into your lovely home. Tell me, how has the experience working with Erica been for you?
It's been absolutely wonderful. This is our second time working with Erica, and just like the first time, she made it easy to make selections based on her knowing us and getting to know us throughout the last 2 processes.
Yeah, Erica is great. The creativity that she brings to us always amazes us. She has the ideas that we never would have dreamt of. But like Jewel said, we've been working with her in the past, so she knows us. And we just came to her with kind of a grand idea. This is what we're going to do. And she just led us along the way. The process was so simple and straightforward. And the great thing about with Erica is that whatever we end up doing with her and picking and choosing, no one else has it. Because it's brand new. It's brand new.
That's incredible. Your house looks absolutely fantastic.
Thank
you for allowing us into your home.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure.
Erica, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about your story. You're absolutely crushing it. McKenna family, thank you for inviting us into your home. If you need someone to just hold your hand, right? Hold your hand through all things design. Look no further than Florida Living Quarters. We'll be right back with People's Choice after the short break. Are you experiencing high temperature and high energy costs?
Everybody is. It's bad.
Yeah, even you?
Not anymore, because I just bought a new house. As you know, I went in, the AC was an absolute disaster. My electricity bill the first month was astronomical. I remember we had Old Dash on the show, and I loved having them on, but they kept telling me about the Duquesne system. So I called the AC guy and I said, look, I need a new AC, but I demand it to be Duquesne. Thank goodness I did.
That's a great choice.
Thank you.
So for those of you who aren't just in and you're at home, tell your contractor that you want the new Duquesne Lynx 18 heat pump.
That's what I got.
Yeah, well, it's the best one to get. I know when it comes to my home, I love controlling the temperature because, let's be honest, it feels good to be cool here in Florida because it's hot. Anywho, I'm not hot anymore. It works out great because the Duquesne Lynx 18 features a quick link inverter technology that offers optimal performance for temperature control.
And makes my house cool, but doesn't cost me a lot of money every month on the electricity bill. That's why I love it.
Exactly. And another amazing feature about this product is it features a quiet shift technology so I can sleep peacefully and, more importantly, I can sleep comfortably.
It's the pillows as well, though. You like the
I mean,
soft
hey, you
pillows,
got to
I
have
heard?
the whole thing to really work it out.
10-year warranty as well on the compressor and the parts. Save money and energy. I'm so glad I went with Duquesne. I'm so glad Old Ash came on the show. Do yourself a favor. Call your air conditioning contractor today and demand Duquesne. You have spoken, the people have spoken, and People's Choice for Best Home Business goes to our wonderful friends, and we're here right now, Barry, Neal, Floor and Home. So happy to be here. Donna's here, Jared's here. Congratulations, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Welcome to our showroom.
I'm blown away as to what you've done here. How did we get started at Barry Neal?
Well, it was a family business started by my father and my brother. My mother worked there also. I came in right out of high school. I've been here ever since, and now my son's here.
Started as a mom and pop, of course, and I love that about you, but the growth has been unbelievable. This is not just a carpet place. What all do you do?
No, we do, so we do tile, cabinets, countertops, and the flooring. We do wood flooring, laminate flooring, vinyl flooring, and we're looking to grow that with some other scopes very soon.
We are growing, but how important is the family atmosphere that I feel as soon as I walk in still to you guys here?
We have a lot of family that works here, so it's not just my family. There's other families that have worked for us for 20 and 30 years, and then their son or daughter ends up working for us, so we have families within the families.
Yeah, Jared, you supply all these products to some of the biggest developers really in the world, yet you still have that family environment. At some point, you had to make a decision. Was I going to work with a family business or not? How did you decide?
As I grew up and watched it, it interested me in the construction and the building of the homes and all the pieces and parts that go into it. So just like her out of high school, after high school is where I took off and started getting involved and learning the business to continue it on.
And we're going to take a tour of the warehouse in a minute. I've already taken the tour, and the growth is unbelievable. You're really kind of changing what you're doing with this new warehouse you're building. Where are we headed?
Well, so as this showroom, it's a bigger scale, offer more scopes, like she said. Kind of get into some lighting and plumbing and other features also to kind of whole experience and everything needed to finish the interior of the home.
You know, when you're building a house, it becomes very complicated, having to choose this and that and this and that. It really can become a nightmare. It could turn a dream home scenario into a real nightmare. I think we're changing that at Barry Neal. You're going to try to be a one-stop shop.
Yep, that's the goal. Is that way they can come in and have all their selections in one place and get it finished up easily.
Yeah, I guess so. What do you think? How do you feel about the future?
Oh, I think it's amazing. I wish my dad was here to see it. I think about it all the time. He would be amazed, and I'm looking forward to it.
What's it like working with your son right next door to you all the time?
It's wonderful.
You love it? Do we ever disagree on anything? Be honest.
We actually don't.
No?
It's one of the odd things that people think is crazy how we work together every day, and it's pretty seamless overall.
The moment I walked in, like I told you when I first met you, I said, I feel like family and I feel like growth. And I think that's exactly what we're doing here at Barry Neal. Now, do you mind to show us around the warehouse?
Absolutely.
We'd love to.
All right, let's do that because it's pretty amazing what they have going on. Let's go see the warehouses here at warehouses. It's not just one, it's multiple over here at Barry Neal. Jared, we're growing here. Yes, it's a family business, but wow, when I walk in, the growth that I've seen, how did we get to this point? How did we get so big at Barry Neal?
Well, we keep trying to provide a good service and take care of our customers and, give them a quality product at the end of the day.
And that's what you've been doing, obviously. Everyone loves working with you. Where do we go from here as an organization? Like, how do we even get bigger? How do we get better? What are the plans for the future?
Continue to grow our territory a little bit and keep obviously offering the same service of what the builders and customers and everyone wants. Good response time and quality, and
a lot of space between all the locations that we have. We're
All the
talking
space.
about all the space. Like, how much square footage do you really have? This feels like a Home Depot on steroids to me.
it's close. If you add it all together, there's about 36,000 feet here and about 50,000 square feet at our other facility.
Wow, unbelievable. Now, you love working with builders, of course. How important are your builders to you?
Oh, 100%. I mean, they are a lifeline. We have been doing builder work since day one when my dad opened the business, and we love servicing the builders. You can form a relationship. You have relationships for years. You acquire friendships that you would never have otherwise.
Yeah.
And customers, working with them, they become friends at some point too.
But it's not your mom and pop carpet company for sure at Barry Neal. But that being said, you do work with the general public as well. Someone who has a house, they want new carpet, they can come here also. Tell me about the retail options.
We do. So when we first became Barry Neal, that is all we had. We had the small showroom, the mom and pop, my mom, my pop.
Yeah.
They opened it literally, and they started with builders, but we had a showroom where they could see our carpet, our wood, our vinyl, all of our products that we offered, and we still have that today. We've expanded a little bit over time.
A little.
And a little.
A lot of it.
A little out.
And we just try to keep updating it and feeding that part of our business, because our customers, that is the most important thing.
Donna, Jared, Joni, thank you so much for having us out. Blown away by what you're doing, and really look forward to seeing your future success. Thank you guys. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. And thank you. You got to do yourself a favor. If you are looking for carpet, flooring, anything with your home, you've got to reach out to Barry Neal Floor and Home today. Quick break. Best of Central Florida continues. The housing market in Orlando has gotten very difficult, almost unaffordable for some of us. Good news for you is there is an option just north of here in Ocala, Marion County, a beautiful part of the world, joined by Alicia Lopez, Ocala Realty World. Alicia, I always love having you on the show. It is just more affordable up in the Ocala area. How much more affordable is it?
39.8%.
39.8%. We were talking earlier, I think a $500,000 house in Orlando is like $280,000 in Ocala. It really can be life-changing for someone that doesn't want to be house poor. A $200,000 difference on your mortgage is maybe $1,400 a month in payment. That goes a long way with families. But also Ocala is beautiful and the people are nice. Describe Ocala for me.
Southern charm.
Yep.
We're an hour and change to be into Georgia, so it give you kind of like paint the picture, but rolling hills, lots of farms, and then you think, well, I'm a city girl. That's just, I'm like, what's in Ocala?
Right.
And I'm a city girl, and 18 years later, I'm still in love with all of its charm.
If you are looking for real estate right now, whether it's for your home or investment purposes, the QR code is on the screen. I will connect you with Alicia right away. Investment is hot up there also. People think Airbnb in Orlando, Airbnb hot in Ocala.
Oh yeah. Anything within a half an hour or 30 minutes to a half an hour from, same thing, the Equestrian Center.
I love it.
Yeah.
Alicia, great job as always. Do yourself a favor. Do not sleep on Ocala. Don't sleep on Ocala Realty World. And finally today, it is time for my favorite portion of the program. It is time for Justin's Choice. And Justin's Choice for Best Home Improvement goes to, I think, our best friends that we haven't hung out with outside of the studio.
Yeah, we gotta change
We're
that.
studio
I think it's
That's
officially
lame.
it. Corey and Justin are here, Universal Roof and Contracting. Welcome to the show. How are
Thanks
you?
for having us again,
Seriously
guys.
though, like I can't believe we haven't hung out yet. We have
Maybe
a group text.
we're not cool enough.
Yes.
You think they don't want to hang out with us?
I think it's you.
Oh,
it's not
I see.
us.
I
it's
invited you guys last time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, your turn.
You're right.
Yeah.
We're going
Right.
to do that soon. And you always promised me a hat, too. That hasn't happened yet.
Well,
You
I
just
don't
stole
know.
their
thunder.
Oh, no, this is great. So,
it's a great
in
segue.
the roofing industry, hats mean something.
Yes,
right. I mean, we covet our hats, and so Universal just got brand new hats in.
I love them.
You guys being such an advocate of our show and great friends that we don't hang out with.
Right, that we're going to. We're changing that.
We wanted to make you an honorary member of the
Which
team.
one do you want?
I'm gonna do this one.
I mean, it might not be sized to fit your head yet.
I like it.
There we go. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're
Are we
part of the
roofers?
team.
Welcome to the group.
I like it.
Yes.
Do you trust me on a roof?
No, I trust myself.
You trust you more than me.
I kind of trust
You
Makaila.
both look like you can play the part really good right now.
Here's the deal, because we've talked with you guys about roofing and about hurricanes and what it does to roofs. We have had a lot of hail recently, though. These hailstorms have been crazy. What does hail do to a roof?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where people, their house gets hit with hail and they kind of don't think anything of it besides maybe what it's doing to their car or a window or a window screen. But what hail does to an asphalt shingle roof in particular is it creates almost like a bruising in the matting of it. So it'll create sort of an open wound on the roof, and you might not think it might not cause a leak, but it causes a very quick degradation of the roof. So the granules over time over the next few months are just going to get more and more loose. They're going to start getting in your gutters and down by the garage door. You'll start seeing them, and then when that fiberglass matting is exposed, it starts to get brittle, starts to crack. That's when the leaks and everything starts happening. So you don't want to wait too long. I mean, everybody thinks it's not a serious thing, but you want to get your roof inspected if it's been hit by hail. Also, like if hail is happening, make sure you're getting a video of it happening.
That's a good
and
point.
all that stuff.
Excellent point. Hail does damage roofs, but what I've noticed, Justin, is sometimes you won't notice any leaking or any issues until a few days, weeks, even months down the road.
Yeah, and that's why the urgency after a hailstorm isn't on the forefront of everybody's mind like a hurricane. Hurricane comes, it knocks shingles off, you see your decking, you see the leaks immediately happening. The impact of the home is severe. Well, the hail has the same impact of severity, but those symptoms don't start to show until about, like Corey says, there's some degradation that has to happen. Once that asphalt gets exposed to the sun, that's what starts getting eaten away of the roof, and then you start to have problems. And with claims, the ability to file a claim within a storm is getting tighter and tighter for policyholders. It is so important to be proactive. Jump on this storm and get your insurance company involved after an inspection so we can identify the damage. That way it's being filed and being handled when it's still very relevant, and this same claim is coming across adjusters' desks just one after another right now.
In fact, if you have been through a hailstorm recently, even if you don't see any leaking, I have a QR code on the screen right now. Derek Moser put it up there. All you have to do is take your phone out, you know how to do the QR, right? Everyone knows how to do it now because I don't really know.
Yeah, you scan it and you tap the little button.
Thank you. That's what you scan it and tap the little button.
Yeah.
And seriously, the message will get directly to Corey and Justin. And they'll come out there for free and see what's going on with your roof. And here's what is a pretty important part of it too. And we talked about it before. When your insurance does kick in and your insurance is going to cover this roof, say, it's different if it's a hurricane versus a regular storm often.
It's really important. I mean, that time frame too. Florida's crazy, right? So we could have a hailstorm now, and 3 weeks from now, a hurricane could hit.
Right.
We're right around the corner from hurricane season. And so as a homeowner, if you're thinking about your policy and what your deductible is, your deductible typically for a hailstorm is considerably less than what a named wind event would cause your deductible to be. Usually that's about 2% of the home's value. And so it's really good to put a stake in the ground now when a hail hits it, because the claim will be based off of a hailstorm rather than if you wait 6 months and a named wind event hits the house. Now you're looking at a hurricane deductible, but your roof was damaged previously, but nobody knew because you didn't file a claim.
It's so important. And what's different about Universal is literally there are roofing companies out there who there's some dude in an office looking at like Google Earth, quoting a roof. Never is even going to go to your house. That's not what you do. In fact, I think a lot of times when you file an insurance claim, the most important initial conversation is the inspection that insurance adjuster does. You will actually be there talking the language with that adjuster, telling them what you see.
It's an absolute standard for us to meet with your insurance adjuster on site. We put the ball in your court on the front end to let us know when that scheduled appointment is going to happen between the insurance adjuster and us. That way we can put it on our calendar, we can be there. Sometimes we arrive about 30 minutes earlier than the scheduled arrival of the adjuster because those guys are busy too. Especially in a storm environment like this. They're bouncing from roof to roof. They're trying to get their day complete. So we don't want to run the risk of missing them. But being on the roof roof with the adjuster is so vital, because 9 times out of 10, they do their job, they do it very well. But every now and then, we just want to make sure we're there, that they can see the roof the way we see the roof, okay? And because everything that's happening during that inspection, they're collecting data that's going to be sent back to a desk adjuster who may never even lay eyes on your roof. They're going to cover your house based off that report. We're just there to make sure that report is as accurate and specific as possible with nothing missed. So it's an absolute must.
Makes all the difference in the world, having that relationship, or not even a relationship, but pointing out what you see on the roof to the insurance adjuster could literally save the people at home watching right now years of litigation that they could lose at the end of the day. Makes a big difference. Now, there are times that you go see a house and it's not probably storm related, it's just age or whatever, and you have to tell them, look, I don't think this is an insurance claim, yet the roof is a vital part of the house. If you don't fix your roof, you're going to ruin the rest of your house. You've created great programs to make getting a new roof affordable for every homeowner out there.
Yeah, it's not always insurance, guys. It's, there's plenty of times we go to roofs and there's no storm damage, and we get off and it's sort of like, well, you don't have any storm damage, but man, it's certainly time for a new roof. And so we have things in place. We have payment options from a retail perspective. We have financing plans. Essentially, we want to be able to meet you where you're at. We want to sit down at your kitchen table with you and come up with a plan for the roof, the way that it's going to be done and how it's going to be paid for, so that it's not, taking food off your table, but at the same time, you're protecting your biggest asset.
Great job, guys. As always, Corey, Justin, Universal Roof and Contracting. Hit the QR code now. Call them. Visit their website. They are the only place we trust when it comes to the most important part of your house. Maybe it's that roof. It's now my favorite hat. I'm going to wear that hat everywhere thanks to our friends at Universal. What people didn't, what you might not have seen today, is you were operating a camera and you got dirty in a warehouse.
I did.
The black pants are absolutely dirty. Well, you did a great job multitasking today. A great guest today as well.
That was fantastic.
That was awesome. Excellent work. I'll see you again next week. Thank you to our amazing crew here. We love you guys. Most importantly, thank you for joining us every weekend. See you again next weekend for more Best of Central Florida.
The preceding Best of Central Florida program was sponsored in part by these fine sponsors.
You can be an agent that struggles to get ahead in the competitive real estate world, or you can learn from the best and achieve success. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com and sign up for the Jumpstart program. Get coaching tips and important tools that will help you jumpstart your real estate career. Sign up today and get 10% off your Jumpstart program when you use code word LEARN. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com today and gain the real estate knowledge you need to succeed.
Did you know that filing for bankruptcy can help you lower your mortgage or car payments, or potentially help you eliminate your IRS or credit card debt? I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, call me now or visit youhavepower.com for a free consultation.